Everybody, welcome back. It is week 34 of Duffs to Darts. I am Ed. As always, I'm taking you guys on my weekly journey to get from a 20 to a 10 handicap in 10 months to the best of my ability, on a budget, on a dime, however I can work it out. So what happened from last week's 8-month check-in to today, which is the first week of the September check-ins, to get better. So as I mentioned in the recap in the last month, that I was going to go play 9 holes of golf. I had my son with me. I was going to go to my normal home course. I called them up on the way just to be sure, and they actually said they didn't have anything open until like 1 o'clock, and it was like 10:30 around there. So I called up another course that I don't play that often because I think the fairways aren't the greatest condition, the greens are inconsistent. I called them up because they're not far away, and they said, yeah, you're open, come on in. So I went and I played. There's no driving range here. There's a very small putting green to warm up on, but it's like the same cost of the course that I play all the time, my home course. So, it was about like 20 bucks. 22 bucks with a cart. Normally I walk when it's by myself, but since I had my son with me, I rode the cart. So that was the first part of the week. I did check-ins as I was playing on Instagram. Didn't go well. It was not a good round. Mostly for the fact that I was hitting the ball actually pretty well. It wasn't, slicing way out of bounds or hooking or anything like that. I just kept losing it in the field of play. There were some leaves and some sticks that are starting to fall. The course had, some ground maintenance that it needed to do. It's a small mom and pop course. So the frustrating thing is that I kept losing the ball in bounds. I'd hit the ball, I'd hit the fairway, I'd see it land, or maybe it would go a fairway over, but it's, it's a park course type thing. It's, I could see it land, I'd get over there and it'd be gone. It just completely disappeared. So, here's a couple clips from my check-in as I'm going. So typically I play at my home course, Boone Creek. Called them on the way, and they said they didn't have anything until 1, which is rare, but it is what it is. So I headed over to Pistachey, where I took this little guy. His first time on the course. They had an opening, so first tee shots on the right hand side. Heading down. It's going to be slow moving today, so just take our time, plan out our shots, don't rush it, and shoot some low scores today. See what goes on, yeah? Let's go. First hole, decent drive, par 5. Hit the 3-wood, like 200 yards. It was low, hit the hill, bounced up. 133 yards, hit a 7-iron. Wind was blowing at me. Went a little bit long, didn't stick to the green. Putt off the green, big shock there. Inside like 5 feet, made the putt for par. So we're even par through 1. A single and a cart behind a twosome walking. How many holes until they let me play through without me asking? Right, we're going on to the second hole. I just lost 2 off the tee. Neither ball did the normal fade like I'm used to. They both draw, back up. Well, first one went out of bounds, okay. Aimed to the right, it hit the fairway. I saw it bounce and roll in the fairway. Couldn't find it. Disappeared. Might have rolled out of bounds, might have gotten eaten by a bird, don't know. So I'm getting a 9 on there. 2 lost balls. No good. We're hitting 2 draws out of bounds, which is new. Played the draw on the 3rd hole. Hit a solid drive. I've got 161 to the middle. I got downhill. Dude almost made a really good putt just now. So gonna hit this one over the tree, put it on the green, and hopefully I can make a birdie to get back from that 9 I just got after hitting 2 balls out of bounds. Landed on the backside of the green, 161, hit 7-iron. Little man said 8-iron, I went 7-iron. Should have gone his. Go that way, to the right. So, should putt this for par. Solid lag putt, inside 3 feet, a little right to left bender. Left the stick in, made the putt. So, came in with par. So, I went par, and then I got a 9 because of 2 lost balls, and a 3 putt. So, yeah, not a great score, but We'll see if we can make every hole a good score beyond that one bad hole, but we're out here grinding, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't care. Missed the green long. Didn't draw back towards the pin, which is okay. Hit a chip shot that I flubbed, landed it 3 feet short of what I wanted to. It was a downhill, so it died. Chipped it up close. 1 putt for a bogey. Wasted a par 3. Super frustrated. Super frustrated. I'm on the 6th hole now. Don't even give a shit anymore, pardon my French, about my score, because this course keeps eating my frickin' ball. I hit a pull hook off of the tee, went over to the other fairway that was next to it, completely gone. I could find, goose feathers, I could find dandelions. Couldn't find my ball. My ball's nowhere to be found. Saw where it landed. It's gone. Found other people's balls. Mine's nowhere to be gone. Frustrated, I hit it back into the fairway. Couldn't find that one. I was able to find it. Then I hit underneath the trees. And then I hit a 9-iron that goes the length of my pitching wedge because of the crabgrass I'm playing on. It was in my head. Super frustrated. That hole's done. On the 6th hole, try to make the most of this hole. That one's done. Let's go. So, as you saw, a little bit of frustration there. I did get irritated, and I didn't even think I finished the check-ins by the end of the round. I started off with a par when I played. Hit the right side of the fairway. It was down, down a hill, and you had to come way up a hill. So I hit a 3-wood. It clipped the top of the hill, so it lost a bunch of its momentum, but it landed in the middle of the fairway. I hit like a 7-iron into the green, and it didn't hold it. It came in high. The green just wasn't able to hold the ball, so put it close, knocked it in for a par. The next hole, instead of fading the ball like I've been doing all year, I've mentioned this the last couple check-ins, that the ball is now starting to draw again like I had worked on before. So, hit a ball and it drew right out of bounds, which is not common for me all year. So I teed up another ball. It drew back to the left. OB's to left as well. It hit the fairway and was bouncing straight. So I go straight down the fairway on the left side, and the ball's gone. Done. Couldn't find it. Took another drop. So there's, I'm hitting 6 on the 2nd hole, and I'm only technically hitting my 2nd shot. So hit that ball, went down to the right side of the fairway with like 50-yard approach in, and I couldn't find that ball for 5 minutes. It was that through the entire round. Very frustrating. I did hit some good shots. I did hit some nice, decent drives right down the middle. Solid approach shots. One hole, particularly there, it is the 8th hole, and I kid you not, it is pitched at like 45 degrees. If you don't land it on the front side of this green, it is next to impossible to have one putt coming back because your ball just rolls straight down to the front of the green. It's not a very good hole design-wise. It doesn't give you a legitimate chance to make a par from anywhere on the green unless you're on the bottom side of the hole. So I got to that hole, I was already frustrated. I was just, knocking around. I wasn't even lining it up. So that's on me. Bad juju. I talk about, staying calm and playing smart. That's one of the goals. And, I did get frustrated, but at this point of the round, I stopped worrying about the score because it was already just really large with, I think I shot like 18 over at 9 holes because the ball just kept getting lost. I should have done winter rules. I should have dropped the ball in the general area and not taken a penalty, but I didn't do that. I was penalizing myself each time I lost a ball. That's why the score was so high. So I started just, focusing on slowing down the swing, making sure I made solid contact, make sure I hit in the center of the club face, and, got out of there and went to Steak and Shake and had a milkshake. So that day ended up, not so bad. So lesson learned with that is that with fall coming and with leaves starting to fall, ground starting to get a little more brown, not so green, I ordered myself not 1, 2 boxes of the Chrome Soft Truvis. So for me all year, I've been experimenting with different balls. I've played Vice, I've played Cut, I've played Titleist, Mizuno, the Callaway Chrome Soft, Bridgestone even worked its way in there. So I've been playing with a lot of different golf balls all year, and for me, what's been the most consistent when I've played with has been the Chrome Soft ball. For me, that's just me. I like the way it feels. It's a low spin ball. When I got fitted for my driver 2 years ago, I was generating a lot of spin on my driver. So on those miss hits with a lot of spin, that's going to be a more drastic slice, more drastic hook. You know, when I hit it high, it's going to climb higher. So for me, a lower spin ball, the Truvis has been kind of the best fit. So it's kind of like a race car driver changing their engine every single race, mixing up the race. You know, I'm not consistent, and now that I've got 5 18-hole rounds planned for the next 6 weeks to finish up this project, I want to play one ball. So I've got 2 dozen of the Truvis. I got them through my work's point system. You know, they didn't cost me anything, so Duffs Darts on a dime. I have this point system at work. I redeem it for different things. They have golf products. I was able to get 2 boxes of the Chrome Soft. So in addition to, you know, having those, you know, Chrome Soft, they are yellow, so I mean, it's going to be easier for me to see them. It doesn't bother me that I'm playing a yellow ball instead of a white ball, especially at the fall. But with practicing the putting, I have one inside as well that I keep with my putt out. So when I'm putting, practicing, visually, every practice putt at home is going to be the same ball. It's going to be the same visual ball that I practice with night in, night out. As you guys know, 5 days a week at least 30 minutes of putting practice / short game practice a day. Practicing with the same ball should help at least with something consistent. So we're going to play the same ball the rest of the year. We're going to do just these Truvis yellow balls. If I, you know, fly through these in the quick 2 rounds, I'll pick up another dozen as well, but no more than the Chrome Soft Truvis for the rest of the year. Other than that, practice-wise, I was a lot of birdie ball practice in the parking lot. You know, I can get, you know, 60 to 90 iron swings in a day on my lunch break, which is, you know, you can't get better if you don't swing a club. The quick feedback of the birdie balls, that's been helping. So I found 2 spots in my parking lot that I can go to that's usually pretty open. I prefer one side, which is actually closer to the highway. It's louder, but it's not a big deal. But there's usually nobody over there. We had a whole bunch of rain this week, so that area that I hit to was just flooded with water, so I went to another side where I was hitting into rocks. But a lot of practice with that. Short game practice. I got to do some chipping and some putting. The feel seemed a little off when I was chipping last night. That is essentially it for Duffs to Darts this week. Yeah, just little changes. Playing this one ball the rest of the year. Next Saturday, I've got a round planned at a course near my office, but it's going to be going on a Saturday. So I'll be checking in with that. So if you guys have Instagram, you know, you guys see my thing in the beginning of the video, what my username is on there, my handle, so you can check that out. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully my videos every week encourage you to get out there and work on your game night in, night out, every day, any opportunity you have. You're always trying to get better, right? As always, guys, keep grinding.